And hello everyone, welcome back to The Decap. Now, it's been like a week or two since the last Decap video, took a little break, but we are back at it again. And you might have already seen from the title, but we're going to be predicting the next 5 NCAA and NBA championship winners. Now, we're actually going to do 6 NBA championship winners, because they obviously have a 2020 winner and college doesn't, but we'll be going up to the year 2025 championship, and this hopefully is not too long, but let's get right into it. Now, with the 2020 championship, my prediction is the Los Angeles Lakers, and the finals MVP, I think, would be LeBron James. The Lakers have 2 top 10 players in the NBA. It's just the team around them, it's not great, but it's not terrible. They have Dwight Howard, who's playing well, JaVale McGee, Rajon Rondo might show up in the playoffs and the finals. Kyle Kuzma might show up. They have a bunch of vets that could show up, and I think LeBron and Anthony Davis will carry the team over the edge. Now, 2021, I think the Clippers would win the NBA Finals with the Finals MVP of Kawhi Leonard. Now, this would be Kawhi's last year of his deal. Paul George last year of his deal, and I don't know if they would come back after this, but if they would win they would win a championship, get the Clippers a win, and I think they could move on, but 2021 championship winner, the Los Angeles Clippers. Now, 2022, I'm actually going to be going back to the East and having the Brooklyn Nets winning the NBA championship with the Finals MVP being Durant. Now, obviously, the Nets weren't very good with only Kyrie, but Kyrie is a great backup, not backup, but is a great second option, and Durant will lead the charge. Kyrie will be there to hit some clutch shots, and the Nets, I think, will definitely be able to win a championship, and I think they will in 2022. Now, in 2023, this might be a little biased, maybe a lot, but I'm going to be saying the New York Knicks are going to win the NBA championship. Now, Giannis Antetokounmpo is a free agent in the 2021 free agency, and I'm going to have him being the Finals MVP on the New York Knicks. Now, I know a lot of people hate Knicks fans, but I do think the Knicks definitely could get a free agent. I know we said that in 2019, right? But I don't know. I'm hopeful. And I think if Giannis signs, then I think we definitely will have a good chance to win the championship. As at that time, Mitchell Robinson will be maybe like a Rudy Gobert type player. RJ Barrett could be a good scorer. Hopefully, maybe we have LaMelo Ball. And if it can be LaMelo Ball, RJ Barrett, maybe some small forward we draft, Giannis, Mitchell Robinson, I think that is a championship winning team. And if Giannis doesn't win a championship on the Bucks, but up until the end of this deal in 2021, I think he definitely will leave. The Bucks really haven't done much around him. They got Eric Bledsoe, but by that time he'll be 36, and he'll be not very good. Maybe not 36, maybe like 33, 34. But Chris Middleton, I don't know. I don't know if he can be a second option. I think he has to be a third, but I think he would leave, sign with the Knicks, and I have the 2023 championship going to the New York Knicks. Now in 2024, I have the Dallas Mavericks with the final MVP of Luka Doncic winning the championship. Now Luka, I think he definitely could win 1 or 2 championships, and I think his first will come in 2024. At that time, he'll definitely be even more of an MVP candidate. He'll probably have MVPs by this time, maybe 1 or 2. Maybe Kristaps will be there and be like what he was on the Knicks, but even a little better as he'll keep progressing. They'll get a couple draft picks just to add on to Luka, but in the end, Luka will carry that team to an NBA championship in 2024. Now in 2025, I have another young guy currently that is expected to be an MVP level, leading the team, and I have the New Orleans Pelicans winning the 2025 championship with the Finals MVP of Zion Williamson. Now, obviously, I think a lot of people would predict that the Pelicans will win a championship. Lonzo at the 2, Drew Holiday, Lonzo at the 1, my bad. Drew Holiday at the 2, and obviously at this point he probably won't be a great player, but they can definitely sign someone to fill that gap. Brandon Ingram at the 3, Zion at the 4, maybe Jackson Hayes at the 5, but that team is just loaded with young talent. Nickeil Alexander-Walker at the 2 maybe, but that team is loaded with young talent, and I think in 2025 they could definitely win a championship. Zion will just take over and force them to win that championship. Now, going quickly over the NBA championship winners, 2020, the Lakers, 2021, the Clippers, LA, back-to-back, 2022, the Brooklyn Nets, 2023, New York Knicks, 2024, Dallas Mavericks, 2025, New Orleans Pelicans. Now, That's 4 winners from the Western and 2 from the Eastern. And I think that definitely could happen, as obviously the Western is a little bit better than the Eastern Conference. But let's move right over to NCAA. Now, coming in 2021, obviously we're not going to have a 2020 prediction, as that's already passed. It's canceled because of COVID. I think I might have predicted Dayton to win that, obviously with Obi leading the charge. But 2021, I have the Villanova Wildcats winning the championship. And I think they're predicted to be top 3 definitely. And I think that just this team will be great. They're returning a lot of players. And I think the best player will be Jeremiah Robinson Earl, who could have gone in the draft most likely, but he stayed, and he's going to lead this team to a championship. Now, I think recently it came out that Sadiq Bey isn't staying, but still they're just returning so many pieces. Obviously the star, Jeremiah Robinson Earl, well, maybe not a star, but a great player, and just the veteran presence of the whole team, just in the great coach and Jay Wright will win them the championship. Now my 2022 NCAA winner is going to be the Gonzaga Bulldogs. Now at this point, if Filip Petrusev stays, then he would be a senior in this year, and I think if he stays, he would be amazing this year. And just Gonzaga, they're getting a recruit, Jalen Suggs, I think it is, and if he stays until this year, then he can definitely be vital piece. And just with Mark Few, possibly Filip Petrusev, this team would be lethal, and I think they would win a championship. Now in 2023, I have the winners being Michigan State, MSU University, led by Tom Izzo. And obviously you might be saying, oh wait, bias. There's bias there. Obviously you might have already guessed. I think I've said it, but I'm a Michigan State fan. But I think that this year they definitely would be predicted to win the championship. As this year they would be getting, hopefully, the legendary recruit Imani Bates. He's like a 6'8" small forward or something. He definitely could go to Michigan State, as he plays college in Ann Arbor, Michigan, so he could go to Michigan or Michigan State. I'm guessing Michigan State, it's more of a blue blood program. But Tom Izzo, Imani Bates, I think that's a duo that can win a national championship, and I think in 2023 Michigan State will win the championship. Now in 2024 we have another blue blood in Duke University, and I think the best player on this team will be Bronny James, baby. Obviously, there's been high expectations. You don't know if he'll live up to them, but I think he will. And this year, he would lead a Duke team surrounded by other great recruits, surrounded by Coach K, if he does go to college. But Bronny James, I think he'll be almost as good as his dad, obviously LeBron, and I think Duke will win the 2024 championship. And now for the 2025 championship, this is where it gets a bit sketchy, as there are no real good recruiting classes for 2025, as it's just way too far in the future, as the 2025 recruits would be they'd be finishing their 8th grade year right now. And as for players staying, you really don't know, as all the top recruits would probably be gone by 2025, as most of them don't stay. So it's really hard to predict a winner in 2025. And also, I didn't want to go with another blue blood, as the 4 teams I've listed, Villanova, Gonzaga, Michigan State, Duke. Maybe you don't consider like Michigan State, Gonzaga blue bloods, but they're definitely top teams of the past 10 to 20 years. And I wanted to switch it up a bit. I don't know why I said biddle, but in 2025, I'm going to have LSU winning the championship. Now, this didn't come down to recruits. This didn't come down to having history of getting recruits like with Kentucky or Duke, but this came down to the coach, an up-and-coming coach. Now, Jim Boeheim will definitely be out of the league, out of college in 5 years. Coach K might be out of the league. I don't know why I keep saying league. Tom Izzo might be out. Maybe not. Maybe Coach K and Tom Izzo will still be there, but they'll definitely be on the end of their careers. And I think if Michigan State and Duke win it in 2023, 2024, they could retire, I think, Coach K more than Tom Izzo, because he's definitely older. So in 2024, if Duke wins it, Coach K might retire. So maybe Duke won't get as many recruits, as they don't want to play for Coach K-less Duke. But in 2025, I'm going to have LSU because of their coach, Will Wade. Know his name. I think he's the next coach that's going to become like a Coach K, John Calipari, Bill Self, Tom Izzo. Will Wade, an up-and-coming coach for an up-and-coming program. I really like him. He just knows how to get respect from his players like a Tom Izzo, Coach K. And I think in 2025, he will guide LSU to a championship. Now, recapping my NCAA winners, I have 2021 Villanova, 2022 Gonzaga, 2023 Michigan State, 2024 Duke, 2025 LSU, and those are my winners. I hope you enjoyed this video. Obviously, NBA was a little bit easier as, players aren't leaving. NCAA